Tony Stark, a man of genius, a man of flaws. He built a suit of armor in a dark cave. This act saved his life. It also changed the world. But was it just his choice, or was it something more? Across the vast multiverse, countless realities shimmer. Each reality is a different path, a different story. Could it be that in many of these, Stark was always meant to become Iron Man, a hero, a savior, perhaps even a sacrifice? The idea is a big one. It shakes what we think we know. Consider the forces at play. Powers beyond human sight, beings who see time as a flowing river, not a straight line. These beings might guide events. They might nudge history. Tony Stark was a man of great intellect. He was also a man of great ego and great heart. Did these qualities make him special? Special enough for the multiverse to notice? Perhaps his path was not his own to walk entirely. Maybe his inventions, his battles, his very existence were part of a larger design, a design woven into the fabric of all that is. Think about the sheer improbability of his journey, a weapons dealer becoming a symbol of hope. He faced impossible odds, again and again. The Time Variance Authority, the TVA, they watch over something called the Sacred Timeline. This timeline is supposed to be the correct one, the main one. All other timelines are pruned, destroyed. He who remains, a version of Kang, created it. He did this to stop a multiversal war, a war fought by his own variants. So, this sacred timeline is very important. Every event in it must happen just so. Every person must play their part, exactly as written. Tony Stark was a major player in this sacred timeline. His actions had huge consequences. They shaped history. He announced, "I am Iron Man." This changed everything. He helped form the Avengers, Earth's mightiest heroes. He fought aliens. He fought robots. He fought gods. Without him, the sacred timeline would have shattered. It would have crumbled long before its intended end. His presence was not just important, it was essential. The TVA would have watched him very closely. Think of all the moments he was crucial. The Battle of New York. Stark flew a missile into a portal. Tony Stark lived a dangerous life. He courted death often, from that first cave, with shrapnel near his heart, to battles that pushed him beyond human limits. He was nearly killed by Obadiah Stane, by Whiplash, by the Chitauri, by Aldrich Killian, by Ultron. Each time he survived, he came back stronger. Was this just plot armor, or something more profound? Could it be that the sacred timeline needed him alive? It needed him to reach certain key moments. His death could not come before its appointed time. Consider his fight against Thanos on Titan. The Mad Titan nearly killed him, stabbed him through. Dr. Strange traded the Time Stone for Stark's life. Strange had seen over 14 million futures. Only one where they won. Stark had to live. This implies Stark's survival was paramount, not just for that battle, but for the ultimate victory. His life was a thread that could not be cut prematurely. The multiverse, or the forces guarding the timeline, ensured it. His continued existence was a necessity for the grand plan. These brushes with death were not mere coincidences. They were tests. They were shaping events. They forged him. They prepared him for his final act. Each escape, each recovery added to his legend. Kang the Conqueror, a master of time, a threat from the future. He who remains, Kang's variant, controlled the sacred timeline. He did this to prevent other, more dangerous Kangs from rising. But what if even he who remains saw Tony Stark as a problem? Stark was a genius. His technology advanced rapidly. He even figured out time travel, on his own terms. This is something Kang, in any form, would notice. A mortal mind, capable of such cosmic feats. Such a person could unravel Kang's plans. Stark's intellect was a wild card. His ability to innovate under pressure was legendary. He built a time machine in his lab effectively. This kind of power in the hands of one man is dangerous, especially to someone trying to control all of time. Kang, or He Who Remains, might have seen Stark as a future rival, or at least a significant obstacle, a variable that could not be easily controlled. Therefore, Stark's eventual removal might have been part of Kang's long game, a necessary step to ensure his own dominance. Consider the TVA's role. They prune timelines. They eliminate threats. If Stark's genius ever threatened to expose the TVA, or Kang's control. Section 5. Mirrors of Genius. The Many Faces of Stark. The multiverse is vast. Infinite versions of every hero exist. This means there are countless Tony Starks, countless Iron Men. Some are heroes, some might be villains. We saw a glimpse of this with the Illuminati on Earth 838. There's Stark, a member of that powerful group. He was seemingly different, perhaps more integrated into a superpowered society. This shows that Stark's potential varies wildly across realities, each variant reflecting a different facet of his core being. His genius, his arrogance, his heroism, all amplified or twisted. These variants could play significant roles in multiversal events. Imagine a council of Starks, sharing technology and knowledge. This could be a force for immense good, or immense chaos. The existence of such variants confirms Stark's importance. He is not just a hero of one Earth. He is a multiversal constant, a figure who appears again and again in many forms. His intellect is a powerful force in any reality it touches. The Illuminati's Stark showed that their group dealt with multiversal threats, meaning Stark variants are already involved in these cosmic struggles. The interactions between these variants could be key. What if a truly benevolent Stark variant discovered Kang's plans? Or what if a malevolent Stark allied himself with a Kang? The possibilities are endless and dangerous. The sacred timeline might have featured a very specific Stark, one whose journey was carefully curated, but outside of it, in the wider multiverse, Stark variants are free. Section 6 Cosmic Forges, the science of Stark's armors. Tony Stark's technology was always ahead of its time. From the first arc reactor to nanotech suits, he pushed the boundaries of science constantly. But was it just earthly science or something more? His later armors incorporated elements that felt almost cosmic. The nanites that formed his suits, they seemed like magic. His ability to fight beings like Thanos with his own tech suggests his understanding went beyond simple engineering. He was tapping into fundamental forces of the universe. Consider the energy sources, the materials, the designs. Stark learned from alien technology. He adapted it. He integrated it into his own creations. The fight against the Chitauri gave him new insights. His time with the Guardians of the Galaxy, however brief, must have expanded his cosmic awareness. His suits became more than just machines. They were extensions of his will, capable of incredible feats. They could channel vast amounts of energy, withstand incredible damage. This is not just good engineering, it borders on cosmic science. The ability to create such technology on Earth makes Stark unique, a beacon of innovation. Could his mind have been subtly influenced, guided towards discoveries that would be needed later? Perhaps his genius was not entirely his own, but a gift, or a seed, planted by higher powers to prepare him for the challenges of the multiverse. Section 7, Nexus Point Iron Man, Anchor of Reality. What if Tony Stark was a Nexus Being? Nexus Beings are rare individuals. They are keystones of the multiverse. They can affect probability. They can alter the future. Each reality is said to have one, or very few. These beings anchor their timeline. They are focal points. The Scarlet Witch is a known Nexus Being. Could Tony Stark have been one too? His impact on his reality was immense, undeniable. He changed the course of history multiple times. His choices had ripples that spread far and wide. If Stark was a Nexus Being, his existence was vital. His life and death would have profound multiversal consequences. His presence would stabilize his Earth's reality. His actions would define its unique characteristics. Section 8. The Final Sacrifice. A choice or a cosmic play. Iron Man's final act, the snap that defeated Thanos. It cost him his life, a heroic sacrifice. But was it purely his choice, or was it preordained? We know Doctor Strange saw only one future where they won. That future required Stark's sacrifice. This implies a certain level of predestination. The path was narrow, the outcome fixed. Stark had to make that choice for the universe to survive. But who wrote that path? Strange, the Time Stone, or something bigger? This sacrifice could be the final phase mentioned in old theories, the culmination of Stark's journey, the purpose he was built for. His death was not an end, but a beginning, the beginning of a new era for his Earth, and perhaps for the multiverse itself. If his death helped shatter the strict control of the sacred timeline, then his sacrifice had consequences far beyond one universe. It was a catalyst for change on a cosmic scale. Section 9. Iron Man's Rebirth, A Future Unwritten. Tony Stark of the main MCU timeline is gone. His sacrifice was final, it was meaningful. But in the multiverse, final is a flexible word. We have already seen variants. Other Starks exist. Could one of them step forward? Could Iron Man return? The door is certainly open, the possibilities are endless. A Stark from another reality could be very different. He might have different experiences, different motivations. This could bring a fresh take on a beloved character. The question remains, was Iron Man's death a preordained event, part of a grand multiversal plan we are only now glimpsing? If so, what does that mean for free will? For heroism? Was he chosen to live a specific life, to die a specific death, to set in motion events far beyond his own understanding? These are the questions that linger, haunting questions. The answers may lie hidden in the future of the multiverse.